Did you just get shy?
No, I think, I don't know, somehow I feel it's not the right moment. But you can share stories, because I'm sharing. You share something.
The space was held by Nakula, and he was inviting teachers into that space, and I started to come inside that space, not aware who is the teacher coming, and it came as something like a workshop, and they were talking like, okay, now I do an exercise of touch. It was crazy for me.
Contact improvisation has definitely helped me realize that. And before this, I didn't know this, that I liked to understand body and movement.
She started talking and she just broke down. She just started crying and she's like, you have no idea how much this is necessary for me, because back in our country we hold our kids, we hug our kids, we talk to them, we touch them, we give them love. But somehow here all of this was not allowed.
You go slow. For the first time, you go slow. Slow. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 2. Faster, okay?
The moment I step into studio, I switch into a very kind of work body. That I would say that this body doesn't have its personal desires.
I have the experience of spending a lot of time in India and being in dance spaces where the majority of dancers are Indian. And so I feel sometimes I'm like, when this topic is being discussed by a room full of white people wondering why nobody else is there, I'm like, they're there.
Meeting different artists, different dancers in the world. I can't go outside. I don't have that much of money to go outside.
Other dance forms, like you could dance by yourself, and you know, that's great. But with contact, you're co-creating in the moment, in the present moment.
This discussion about race and politics, discussion about attention, really just like what is the dance doing?
I'm always free in contact dance. I can enter a dance at any time, and I can also leave it at any time. And that fits me very well, because I'm a person who loves freedom probably more than anything.
Contact Impro is like reflecting my state of being and my development at any stage. So it's like very, very similar, and yeah, it's just like a mirror for you.
Just remember last year I was in Thailand and there was no Thai person in the scene, like no one. And compared to that, I was like really like, not surprised, but more like, I think it was something really wonderful that the whole thing is actually held by most of them are Indian people.
We wanted to invite somebody also from the Asian community, Asian teacher, because sometimes it just becomes like one environment. We don't have other perspectives. So even last years, before year, we thought that we want diversity not in the participants but also diversity in the teachers.
Being a woman in dance, that's another level of fear that you've added on. Things have to be profitable, so there's a fear of survival. And to come to Goa, to have the time and the money to be here and to spend doing this is difficult for a lot of people.
From the beginning of when I was like changing my life towards it, and it was like I want to be a chef and as well as as a dancer.
I arrived here and I didn't know many people, and I feel like you all have opened me your hearts, your houses, sharing with me, and I feel like I'm leaving now this place having friends.
We're doing this final performance, and at some point they just appeared there and started to play with us because it was an improvisation, no? So they were improvising.
I think the journey continued a lot, and now we arrived at very different structures. I think the whole community evolved. Many things happened. I think a lot of Indian teachers came up